Hello and welcome to Hostile Therapy with Big Red, with me, Big Red. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button so you continue getting notifications of future episodes of this podcast. And today we're going to talk about a video that I saw posted for TikTok where this guy is talking about how young girls are being dressed in today's society. And he has an opinion he likes to give about it. And so I'm going to critique it and see if I agree or disagree with him. So it's a 3-part video. It's not that long. Of course, it's a TikTok video. It's expected. So let's go with the first video and see what he has to say.
Hey, yo, don't nobody know your daughter is 14, 15 years old, man. They don't. Especially when they see them wearing these tight-ass shorts with their ass cheeks hanging out the goddamn shorts. Men see physical, we see it. We don't know she 15, 14, man. Sis, you don't see your daughter out there look like she having an ass-out contest with you? You ain't gonna say nothing? Or you just gonna victimize the people that look at her?
Okay, seems like he's talking about some 14, 15-year-olds that are dressing in what would be deemed sexually provocative for even an adult woman to wear in public. And if that is the case, no teenager, which is still a child, should be dressed in that manner. And you have control on what your children buy. Who is buying these clothes, for one? Is it, the mother or the father? I'm sure it ain't the father, unless he just don't care. He should not be letting her wear clothes like that in the first place, because it's not a perfect world. We have men that are out there who are going to look at them, and 14, 15-year-olds, they all don't look 14, 15-year-olds. Some mature a whole lot faster. So it's a safe bet to not even look in that direction. You try to date somebody that's, I don't know, closer to your age. Let's say if you're 40 or you're 30, let's say a 5-year gap, so to make sure you're safe. And even the ones, I guess, who are 20-year-olds who are like, freshly out of high school, and I'm talking about men, it's a thin line between telling them if they're 15 or 18. So you better check their ID, because the responsibility ain't just on the girls, it's on you as well. So, I'm not taking blame away from any guy that just goes and dates these young girls without knowing how old they are. It's responsibility is on you too. But a bigger responsibility, I'll say, is on the parents if they're letting their children dress this way. Now let's get back to what else he has to say on this video.
Ain't you the one that bought them motherfucking clothes? Huh? Ain't you the one that, man, check that shit. It's warm as hell, man. You got these little girls walking down the street. I'm riding down the block, seeing all the kids for the prom. Somebody got all the little girls, prom dresses, got their ass and their titties out. That's normal to you? You don't feel weird about that shit? You got grown men riding by, grown men with gray beards, looking at your little 12, 13, 14-year-old daughter. They ain't looking at you, looking at her ass.
Okay. Again, if you got gray beard, I'm going to assume you're probably, going north of 40. You can get gray earlier, but going north of 40 in your 50s, safe bet, don't even look at somebody if they look like they could possibly just getting out of high school. But there are men who, what they would call pedophiles. Don't draw attention to yourself and dress that way. I know some people were like, well, the men shouldn't do that. You are correct. You are absolutely correct. There should be no men looking at underage girls. But what he is saying is, I'm guessing that's what he's saying. It's hard to decipher whether some girls are 15, 17, or 18, or 19. And that's the thing. 18 is legal. 18 is grown. Some states, that don't even matter if they're 18 or not. Some states will say you can do whatever you want at 15 and 16 with another guy. And I don't necessarily agree with that, but that's the law in certain states. It changes with different states, state to state or whatever. But you don't have morally followers. You don't have moral followers of the law or of internal law or of state laws for every man that's out there. So don't draw attention to yourself. You shouldn't be dressing that way anyway. Just enjoy high school. Learn your calculus, learn your algebra. You shouldn't be, worrying about looking like a grown woman or twerking it up or whatever. And he was talking about girls in prom dresses. And he's absolutely right. You'll have girls that'll dress like older women or women who are in the entertainment industry. And they're still in high school. And what kind of message is that sending? I know there's somebody out there saying, well, you should be able to dress however you want. You can. You can do whatever you want in this world. You can do anything you want, but there's a thing called consequences that come with your actions. So do what you want, but don't be afraid that there's consequences with what you do. Okay? So let's get to the second part of the video. Let's see. Here we go.
Yes. That don't bother you? Man, you need to get shit together, man. Summertime. And I guess, if you get somebody looking at your kid, you get somebody looking at your motherfucking kid, you gonna bust their ass, right? You gonna get the strap, grab the ratchet and bust their ass, right? Because they said something disrespectful to your 15-year-old with them big ass titties, big ass hanging out, them little ass shorts, little ass clothes that you bought. You bought them shits. Look like you went and bought them shits from a store called Build a Little Hoe. So somebody check them, right? So now the rest of the summer gonna consist of shootout.
Dude said you got some clothes like you tried to go get a Build-A-Hoe, like a Build-A-Bear. Dude's crazy.
And dead bodies because you ain't be a better steward, be a good parent, and teach your child the importance of protecting their private stuff.
See, and I'm glad he said that. See, first I'm gonna start on the kids. It's about protection. He's absolutely right. Protect your kids from predators that are out there looking to, let's say, R. Kelly, the young girls or whatever like that. You got to protect your kids. Don't put them out in the open and make it easily accessible or make them a huge target for an older guy to go after them. Because these guys that don't care about your daughter are going to try to manipulate her because it looks like, she looks like she's in her sexual prime. Or like she's sexually ready, so they're going to go for them because it looks the way they're dressing is telling them how he thinks they are. So you got to protect your daughters, and then again, there's the other side for the ones who are not, pedophiles or whatever like that. The ones who just can't tell if she's underage, and they're trying to talk to her. And he mentioned that. What are you going to do if a grown man who's 18, who's 19, who's in college is looking at your daughter and she's in high school, let's say 14, 15, that's pretty much high school. That's a freshman, I think, who's in high school, who could look like they're just getting into college. And he tries to holler at her and you're going to get mad because he whistles at her because her, private stuff is hanging out, her chest is hanging out, her behind is hanging out, and you're going to kill her or kill him because he tried to holler at her. And then now you go to jail, you go to prison, and now you can't protect her at all because something as simple as doing the easy thing, protecting her and have her not wear these clothes, you decide not to do. I'm talking about if there's a father or if there's a mother, it's simple just to say, wear something to cover up those areas. And I said, first, I'm going to say the kids, it's the same thing for grown women too. Now you have more license to do it. And if that's what you want to put out there, that, you want to have guys gaze at you and get their attention, which may be the wrong attention, but you're going to get their attention legally. But there are also guys, if you dress too provocatively, I'm talking about the immoral men out there that don't care about the law, But if they see a target, which you are wearing, with the clothes you are wearing, they're going to go for you first. You look like a fresh steak to a pit bull. Now, again, you can do whatever you want with your body. You can. And no man, I repeat, no man should attack you just because of what you wear. But if you put that steak out there in front of a rabid pit bull, there's consequences that go with that. Protect yourself first, so you ain't even got to worry about that. And I know somebody's going to say, well, that happens anyway. Women that don't even dress provocative get that same type of treatment. I'm sure that is. But the ratio where it happens for someone who covers up versus someone who doesn't, I guarantee you is way higher. And I just want to see you be safe. I don't want no one attacked for no reason, but you can listen to me or you don't. You don't have to pay attention to me. I'm just trying to give you some advice.
Child in competition with you. That's cute to you? Oh, you trying to let people see she get it from her mother? Huh? Sis, get your
Okay, we got one more video to add here.
Get your shit together. Bruh, pull up. Man, I understand you ain't with her no more. Pull up. You know your daughter getting older. She getting better. She's trying to develop now. Pull up. Encourage the mother to buy your daughter some training bras and shit. Some respectful ass shorts, man. To get to the knees, you heard me? Word up. Come on, man. Let's be accountable to each other, man. Word up.
Now, I might not like the language of how he tried to get his point across, but the man had a lot of points that were correct, I would say. The first thing, when you present yourself, you always hear this phrase. You don't get another chance to make a first impression in every walk of life. That is true for the most part. For the most part. Your daughter goes out there and she shows herself in a sexual manner. And I ain't even talking about just how she dresses, how she acts, how she talks. If she tries to act grown, then she may be treated like she's grown. But she's not. 14, 15, you're not grown. Hell, yeah, it's debatable to even say an 18-year-old is grown. And I mean up here, of all places. Because they say a lot of times people are not fully mature until they're 24 or 25. Their brain has not fully developed yet. So why not keep the process slow? Why not let kids take their time to mature into the people they're going to become in the future and not move so fast? And don't let her dress like you. Because I think he mentioned at some point that some mothers, and I've seen that, try to have another friend in the house, their daughter, and they try to dress alike and try to hang out in the same places alike. Of course, they can't go to the club. I hope not. There's probably some places that will allow 14, 15-year-old illegally. But they try to hang out like their best friends, and she don't need a best friend. She needs a best mother. She needs a best parent to guide her to where she's going to be, so she'll have a great future as an adult. Don't sell her short, and don't sell yourself short. This has been my time on Hostile Therapy. Again, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button so you can get these notifications for the future episodes, and I will see you on a future episode of Hostile Therapy. Not because you want it, but because you need it. Peace. See you.